Hello! Welcome back to Night in the Woods. Weird Autumn Edition. I'm J-Sillabub. So... I believe it's Harfest. Yep, it's Harfest. And that means... it's hilarious playtime. But first... need to go downstairs and be scolded by my mother. Hello, bird. Oh, but I think this does mean that Dad has removed... Dad has removed the boxes. Okay, so this is another pathway for an achievement. So we now have access to here, and we can get into the crawl space. Once we're in the crawl space, if we run all the way to the end... no, I can't jump up in there. But there's a safe there. We have already got the combination from the bookcase. We don't have to actually physically put it in because May just automatically remembers it. And when we open it, there is... a tooth! Yes, Grandad was a mysterious man. But yes, so we're holding on to the tooth for now. And I will... there are two more things we need to do in order to get this achievement. But for now, that gives us that sketch. But yes. Now. Time to go downstairs where my mother is in a mood. Yeah. I knew it was... we were onto a bad hiding as soon as I hit this first bit. She says she does not mean it. Okay. There is no right answer here. You either say, okay, or you say not really. You say not really, she gets annoyed at you. You say, okay. This happens. Yeah, May says that. And Mum gets annoyed at that as well. This whole argument made me feel really bad. Because I upset my mum and I don't like that. But yes, this is the first allusion to the financial problems that the Borowskis are having. How could I can't bring myself to say that to my mother. I feel really bad about this fight, but unfortunately it is completely unavoidable. You can't continue to say anything to your mother at that point, but anyway. Harfest and all the Halloween decorations are out. Tell me a poem, Selmers. Yes! Tell me the poem. Bats and moon against the gloom. The night is black. I made a snack. I microwaved pizza I'd saved. Though pizza cold is breakfast gold. I'm always going to be 8 years old. But yeah, that's the end of that. Mr. Chazkov is not out today. Time to go do some normal town stuff. Right, I think the only thing I can do down here... Okay, so I can't steal the pretzels anymore because I have fulfilled my destiny as the rat savior. Miss Rose is not there. I think if I just come along this way... It's the Pumpkinhead guy! We do not know who the Pumpkinhead guy is, but there's a song about him. We'll play it later. It's the hardest song in the game. It's very hard. Time to go back outside. Okay, let's go up to the church. Oh, hang on. What are the council doing? God, these are awful people. Anyway. Upstairs. I don't think there's anyone in the sanctuary, but let's check. Nope. My mother is here, but she will be annoyed at me if I try to speak to her. Can I access this now? No. Alright, let's run out and see if Pastor Kay is there. I think she's sitting around the statue of Saint Rebello. Yeah, there she is. I want to know the full story of Saint Rebello. Breathe fire. 8 people. Either's good, to be honest. Let's go with breathe fire. Let's see if Bruce is here. Yeah, there he is. Okay, now the only other thing that is here to do, and you can only do this on Harfest, is run right out to the edge of the rock, and here are the 3 weird teens, who we can talk to. I like the 3 weird teens. They're mysterious, but also stupid. A shipwreck. A ghost on a hill. Or an arrow broken. I don't know what the arrow broken refers to. The ghost on the hill is something that we see later in the game, but at this point, the only one of those 3 that we have seen is the shipwreck. Which is the old sort of dilapidated boat in the playground at the beginning of the game. Alright, go for it. Alright, okay, so I've read an interpretation that, because they give you 3 options for what God is, and I've read that there are, the interpretation of this is that there are 3 godlike figures, and the options represent each of them. I don't think it makes a difference which one you align with. So, there's the god which is caring but absent, uncaring but distant, and vicious and roaming. So the theory is that the caring and absent one is the janitor, and the other 2 have not been encountered just yet. I'll mention them when we get to them. But I mean, yeah, it sort of alludes to the role of the janitor in the mythology, because he does seem to have sort of otherworldly abilities, which are explored a little bit later on. Anyway, for now, nice and helpful is not an option. So, caring and absent, uncaring and distant, and vicious and roaming. I've never picked vicious and roaming. I've mostly gone for uncaring and distant because of one of the other characters later in the game, but let's go with caring and absent this time. If the sky is empty, is it enough to be a good watcher? Don't know what that means. We'll all have tacos soon. That actually is an allusion to something that happens at the end of the game. It's not a big plot thing, but it was, you know, when I did the replay of it, I got to that line and I went, ah. Okay, this is another achievement that we've got coming up. I've never picked that one, so I'm going to go with that. But yes, it's a pentagram. Mystical shit. The first of 3. In reality, it's the first of 4. There are 3 others that have to be found. Do whatever you want, guys. Okay, so we talk to them and we get a little drawing of them. There are, as they say, there are 3 pentagrams in the game which you have to find. 2 of them are missable, because basically one of them you get from either B or Greg's sort of side story. There's another one which is in a bit that you find independently, and then the 3rd one is unavoidable, but the first 2 can be missed. But I'll get them, don't worry. Okay, so having encountered the 3 weird teens, That seems like a good place to stop. So I'm going to stop here, and when we come back we'll just finish exploring the town and hopefully get time to take part in the play. See you soon!